Hello everyone, this is Fairy and welcome to my channel 精靈國度 Fairyland. I'm Fairy and I created this series because I truly believe that some of the most important messages in life are delivered not through words but through the presence, energy and the love. And when we truly begin to listen with our soul, we realize we were never alone. And today, I'm so honored to welcome YuYu, a guest to our live session. And her work deeply touches the space between the seen and unseen. And her name is YuYu, as I said before, and then she is an animal communicator. And can I say is a soul listener? So YuYu, every time when I heard people talking about connection with animals, I feel something really deep and moving. Would you mind introducing yourself to everyone and also share what exactly animal communication means in your practice, in your words, in your perspective?
So, let me introduce myself a little bit. My name is YuYu. I'm an animal communicator, healer, and personal power coach. I've been doing this job for almost 15 years. So you asked me, what is animal communication? Animal communication is through its telepathy. When you see that animals, they communicate with each other with body language, with the smell, with sound, and also with telepathy. And all the animals can do telepathy. We are animals, so we can do telepathy too, except we are not, we don't need to use this ability. So our ability actually kind of went dormant. So animal communication is just to reactivate our inborn ability for us to use telepathy again. We all have that telepathy in our lives. It happens with our loved ones a lot. When you're thinking about someone and someone is actually thinking about you too, or you're thinking about someone and you suddenly received a phone call from that person, all these are actually telepathy. We are sending messages to each other. We just don't consciously know that's what we're doing. So yeah, this is animal communication. And knowing for someone to be able to communicate with animals, it's really like it's opening a new world. It's opening a new world. If you're an animal lover, I really wish everyone to be able to know how to communicate with animals, to know more about the animals. They know way much more than we imagine.
So I think is it same like as we human interact with each other, sometimes we don't have to use words or language, and we can still got the feeling, got that message. And when you're talking about telepathy, because maybe a lot of the audience may not be really know actually what telepathy is that some vision, some feeling, or some just about some senses that make you understand something beyond words?
Yeah, you're right. It's basically the messages would come from feelings, or from a message, or from a sound. If we are paying attention, for example, if you learn animal communication, that's where you will learn how to pay attention to these things. If you don't learn, you don't pay attention. Most people.
Do you think everyone can learn that, or just like also some people, they may be inborn with that kind of talent or gift?
Everybody.
It's like what you said, like in the old time, our ancestor, maybe they are very good at that.
Yeah.
Already.
Exactly. Yeah.
And then because given time, maybe the technology, maybe the knowledge, and then so that we don't have to use that kind of things, and then we're not good at
exactly.
when we don't practice.
When we don't use the ability, we kind of it just went sleep.
Yes.
It went asleep. Like when you're talking about technology, 30 years ago, I could remember everybody's phone number.
Phone numbers, yes.
And now, how many numbers can you remember? Because we have technology, we don't need to remember anymore.
Sometimes
So
you don't even
yeah.
remember your own number.
Exactly. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. And I think for animal, because you're just talking about you really recommend for animal lover, you wish them to learn, is because that will be like a very important part if you understand your animal. I mean, how the life of the animal and also your life with the animal will be totally different.
Yeah.
Animal. So a lot of people often ask, do animals actually understand our emotions? Do they remember the things we say to them? From your experience as a communicator,
Mm-hmm.
do you have any stories that could help us understand how animals truly have souls of their own?
Well, animals definitely understand everything that you're saying, you're doing, and they know your emotions before you even know it. They are very, very sensitive. They are they completely absorb. They are very open. They just receive, they absorb anything that you are experiencing. For example, we humans, we experience that too. If someone is sad, you feel sad too.
Yes.
Right? If someone is sad sitting there, it's very common that you also feel sad. It's because you can feel that sadness from that person, and that's how animals, they're way much more open and connected and sensitive to that, so they can perfectly feel our feelings. And a lot of times humans, we're trained not to show our real emotions. If we're angry, if we're sad or something, we are like, oh, you better not say anything, you better not to show it, you have to be strong, blah blah blah. And we're trying to put on the surface of I'm strong, I'm okay, but in deep inside us, we're not okay. And that real feelings, animals know it. Animals know it before you do.
They're just very lovely, because like my dog, and then a lot of cases like I mean, they're just so good to understand about your emotions.
Mm-hmm.
Like whenever I'm not in a good mood, or I'm sad, I'm so down, I'm so stressed, like what you said before, I really aware of my emotions, they already will be act so different than usual.
Mm-hmm.
Because they can really feel you. And then the lovely part is they always want to help you.
Yeah.
Always want to help you. They're always like, even though lots of people saying that, oh, the dog just resting at the house or doing nothing, but whenever they come to you and then maybe just do nothing, just be with you, actually they are trying to help you. They do everything they can. But you didn't know that you're just feeling like, okay, they're just next to you, but actually they're so actively doing something, even just
they're showing you support in their own way.
Yeah.
So
can you tell me your own personal story, because maybe lots of audience may be curious how you begin your work, how you begin what is your very first experience that you discovered you can hear animals?
Okay, sure. I actually I wasn't a natural born. I didn't know I have a talent or anything. I just felt I love animals from when I was little. My own background was in corporate, but I was really burned out in corporate world, so I quit. That was a long time ago, and after that, I started to search for a new. I don't know what to do. I was looking for a new career, a new path. And during that time, I adopted my first cat, Dasher. And Dasher and we were love at the first sight. I saw her photo on the website, just like, for whatever reason, no explanation. I just picked her among hundreds of
That's fate.
cats. Yeah, that's destiny. That's destiny. So we bonded really, really well. Like the first night she came to my house, she already slept with me in my bed. But unfortunately, only 1 week after I adopted her, I found out that she was sick. The diagnosis was kidney failure, late stage, and no cure, of course. And the vet didn't want to treat her. I was really shocked. I was shivering. I was crying. I said, I don't know what to do. And the vet says, just take her home. I said, are you not going to give me some medicine or something? And the vet said, it's not worth it. This is just a stray cat. Just don't waste your time and money.
You kidding? The vet said that?
Yeah. The vets told me that. It was unbelievable. And so I took her back home, and I was just like, because she was my first cat, I didn't know what to do. And I called the organization from where I adopted Dasher, and they said, oh, we're so sorry. We really didn't know this was a sick cat. If you want, you can bring her back. We're going to swap a new cat for you.
Commodity,
exactly. Like, oh, you bought this TV. It's not working. Go back to the shop and
30 days, no reason.
30 days guaranteed. Oh my God. And I'm like, no, this is not like, I don't want to swap a cat. I picked her. There's a reason why I picked this cat among so many other cats. I'm going to keep her. And they said, oh, okay, then maybe you can try another vet, such as they gave me a few different other clinics. So I changed clinic, and they were much happier to treat Dasher. So I learned how to give medicine, daily medicine, how to give her injection, and all these I didn't know before. And she quickly became a lot better. She become, just like a normal cat. Even the vet would say, wow, she doesn't look like a sick cat. We really, really bonded very well. She's like, she understands everything I say. She's like a human. She's so smart. And at that time, I didn't know anything about animal communication, but I knew that she understands everything. When I cry, she would come to lick my tears. And she was, I don't have human children, so she was my daughter. She lived with me happily for 9 months, which is quite significant. 9 months for a cat, it's like 3-4 years. After the vet, already announced, I don't want to treat her.
Oh, sure.
Yeah. But finally, still, her body stopped. She left. And I was like, my whole world collapsed. I didn't know. I did nothing but crying for 2 weeks. I was lying there day and night, crying. And after that, I started to go to see my friends, or they told me, oh, you can go to see this healer, that healer. So I went to see different healers. That's the first time I started to get in touch with this kind of thing. Because I wanted to look for an answer. I wanted to understand why Dasher came to my life and why we had such a deep bond, but why so short? And so at that time, we didn't have Zoom. I had to.
Do you have any? Sorry to interrupt, YuYu. Do you have any religion? Do you have any religion at that time?
No, I'm not.
But just you believe there must be some reason for
Yes.
that came into your life and why she's left for such a short time. So you want to look for
I want to look for an answer. Yeah.
Okay.
So I flew to Beijing. Actually, I met with a lady called Miss Chan, and she was one who told me that Dasher and I actually we had many past lives before, and but each time she passed away before me. So it's like a repeating pattern. And this time she came to my life to remind me, to bring me back to my life path.
Yeah.
To realize what is my life purpose. And I said, I don't know what is it? And so Miss Chan told me, you are a healer. You've been a healer. You have to do the same this time again. And she actually used the word white witch. I was really scared.
White witch.
I was like, oh my God, so spooky. What is white witch? What? I'm not a witch. And
I didn't know any spell.
I didn't know anything. But she said, don't worry, white witch basically is just healer. You got to go learn something. That is what you're supposed to do this lifetime. And you should also heal Dasher at a soul level, so that you don't have to repeat the same pattern again.
Then you will be asking like how?
Exactly. I said, how?
Soul level?
She's gone already. How do I heal her? At that time I didn't know anything about this. And then she says, go back and learn. Go back and learn. Our session time is finished. Go back. Go back and learn. Read books. And I came out. I'm like, what's kind of
going
books?
On?
Yeah. Like, so I asked my friend, I said, is that Harry Potter? What kind of...
Lord of the Rings, Harry Potter.
Yeah, what kind of books? So I came back. I was still seeing different healers. I flew to Taiwan. I met another healer. I was just searching for answers, and then that's when I met Rosina in Hong Kong. So
Rosina is a very, very experienced animal communicator in Hong Kong, but she's already passed away.
Yeah,
so Rosina is your teacher.
She's my teacher.
Yeah.
Yes. So that's when I met Rosina, and I invited her to my house, and we talked about Dasher. At that time, I actually because after Dasher, I adopted another cat, and he had some emotional problems. So that's why I invited Rosina. And Rosina, when she was at my house, she saw Dasher's photo. She said, "Wow, that this cat, can I tell you something about this cat? I know you didn't ask me, but I really want to tell you something about this cat." And she told me more or less the same thing as this Miss Chan said.
Yeah.
Like, the cat had a very deep connection with you, and she's here to really change your life, to bring you to a different path. Yeah. And then she told me that she's teaching animal communication. That was the first time I was in contact with animal communication, and that's the first time I learned that animal communication can be learned. Like, how can it be possible? I always thought it's some kind of natural born, like a Superman, like you're born with a super talent, but she said, I teach animal communication. And then pretty soon I received a newsletter. I forgot one point is that Miss Chan actually told me that because she said I should heal Dasher at the soul level. Yes. And she said it's very, very easy. You can just use a glass of water. You can do that. And then very soon I received a newsletter from Rosina that she's teaching a course called Water Healing.
Water healing.
Water healing, yeah.
Okay.
So I saw the water. I'm like, wow, that's a sign. Exactly. So I had no idea what is water healing.
And no hesitation, just go.
No hesitation. I knew this was a sign. So I went there. I sit in the class. At that time, I knew nothing at all. I didn't know what's energy, what's angels, what is healing. I didn't even know. And I was just sitting there. I was crying and crying and crying. And then she's like, are you okay? I said, I wish I knew this stuff earlier. I could have saved my cat. And then Rosina told me, no, she came to your life to bring you to this path.
To awaken yourself, to
wake you up. Exactly. Yeah. If she didn't pass away, you wouldn't be sitting here today. And that's how I started my spiritual journey. And that's how Dasher brought me back to my path. That's supposed to be my path. And very quickly I realized, oh my God, yes, this is what I need to do, and this is what I want to do, and this is really my passion.
Your purpose.
My purpose, yeah. I started spirituality. I learned a lot of courses. I was, at that time, I was just like
everyone do at first.
Running around, learning. I think maybe someone had similar experience as me. When you start something, you're so excited. Oh my God, I found this. So I just went to all kinds of teachers and courses. I was learning. I learned so much. And then I also learned animal communication, of course. And I was like binge eating. I was learning level 1, 2, 3 in a go. And then I started practicing, of course, animal communication. Like now, I always tell my students, it's easy to learn. Like what I did in 1, 2, 3, I can finish it in 1 week. But then what's left is practicing. You need a long time to practice. So I was very eager to practice. And so, yeah, after a while, I felt I finally got enough confidence to be able to help other people, to do this professionally. Yeah. And again, it took me quite a long time before I feel I was ready to teach. It took me, I was practicing professionally for quite a long time before I stepped up to teaching.
Before we carry on, I after when I'm listening to your personal story, I just have some questions on my mind. It's like that. Can I say that before the Dasha's incident, do you think you'll be kind of a person is quite logical? Yes. And like left brain. Yeah. So because of the Dasha incident, we just cracking you wide open, for your heart.
Yeah.
Because I think when we're saying animal communication or everything in life, when we really use our heart, when we can really open up our heart, that will be totally different. Even if just like I'm doing a job, if I'm just a weight person, when I'm doing that with my heart or without my heart, like just everything just a SOP, and then it matters quite a lot, especially for something we call human related stuff or spiritual related stuff, love related stuff. So I might just get the feeling is like Dasha just like cracking you.
Exactly. Yeah, that's exactly what actually Miss Chan first told me. She said your heart is locked, like there's a lock on your heart, and Dasha came to open it for you.
Like so that is another question I would like to ask, because everyone can learn animal communication. Because for example me, I just enrolled the course and then I attending the classes. But in your experience, is that like if for some people, if they're really logical, everything they say, oh, that is not scientific, that is not science, and is it more difficult for them to really step in or to really understand the accents?
It's not, I wouldn't say, I would say it depends on your own personality, how much you how do I say, how much confidence you have in yourself. Some people are more confident, some people are less. To be honest, among my students, actually more people are from the logical world.
Wow.
Maybe, I don't know, maybe it's like laws of attraction, because
Yes.
that's my background. I'm an MBA. I'm completely, totally like I'm a business, like 1, 2, 3, and very, very logical.
Maybe deep down themselves, they didn't know about the how
Yeah. Yeah. So when I'm just using myself as an example, when I started, that's why it took me so long. It's not because I can't do it. It's because I don't trust myself.
Yes.
I could get the message, but I'm always second guessing.
You're very doubting.
I'm always doubting myself, like,
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Why is that?
How do I
It
know?
doesn't make sense.
It doesn't make sense.
Another
Yeah.
one. Let's try.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's actually when it slows you down. Let's put it this way. It's not difficult. Everybody can easily receive messages. It's just how you respond to that message.
Yeah.
People with very logical
maybe it's also part of your journey.
Yeah, people with logical mind like myself, they tend to, how do I know? How do I know that I'm not imagining?
It's true or not?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Is it really? Did I really see that? Yeah, it's very common. It's very common. And also I think that there's a cultural it's related to culture too. I feel like in the East, in Asia, like Singapore, I have a lot of students in Singapore, Hong Kong. People tend to second guess them more. They tend to be more logical because of their the culture and the education. Like you have to do 1, 2, and 3, and it has to be this way. And in comparison, Western culture, like European American people, they are usually more encouraged to have their own thoughts, to have their own freedom, and so for them it's relatively, how do I say, it's relatively easier for them to believe that they got the message themselves.
Yeah, I think it's quite related to the culture or the education.
Yeah.
The way of when we're at school, the way the teachers how to guiding us. Maybe in Hong Kong, we just a syllabus, and then you just like this, just follow the syllabus. But maybe in Western country, the more open mind, and then we just like there is no rules
and frames.
Yes.
Like in Asia, like in people from Singapore, from Hong Kong, very often people ask me, what am I supposed to see?
Yeah.
There's no rules. I can't tell you.
Just try, and then you tell me what you're seeing.
Exactly. It's not in the textbook. There's no 1, 2, 3 or frame. It's all, whatever comes to you. I don't know. I don't know what you're going to see. Just leave it open. Just let it happen.
There's a time when I'm having a level 1 class for all summer a course for level 1 practitioner, so that there is some kind of like a activity using some pomander, and then to do some energy work, and then the students they pair up with each other, and then do it for each other. And then there's always students asking me like, oh, this pomander, how suppose I will be feeling of this like red pomander or pink pomander. And then I'm telling her, I don't know, you tried it now, and then you're telling me what is your feeling.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. How can I tell you how you're supposed to be feeling?
I think most of the Hong Kong people, they want to get the textbook, and then they will look through all the informations. And rather than just sitting and listening and feeling and embracing and exchanging the things together. So they feeling that if without a textbook, they are very, very, very uncomfortable, and then they even want to study in advance.
Yeah.
So I think maybe that is the cultural differences, like about the education as well. And then I just saw comment. It's so interesting. Let me see if I can retrieve it. There's one audience, Pat Ho. She's asking, may I ask, is you considered a pet psychic or not?
What's your definition of psychic?
I think it's just a name.
Yeah,
it's
everybody can be psychic.
Yeah, I think how you define that.
How you define exactly.
Yeah.
That depends on what is your definition of psychic. Everybody, to me, everybody is psychic.
Yes.
Yeah.
Can be. Yeah.
Just even for people who never done anything spectacular, you can be psychic too. A lot of times we can feel something that's going to happen in the future, or we just very often we say, oh, my gut feeling tells me. That gut feeling is psychic.
Yeah.
Everybody is psychic.
The gut feeling usually very, very accurate.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, because it's the instinct. It's
exactly
like what we are saying before we got that already.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. We know, we actually, our soul, we know a lot, except we are not as connected as animals. Animals are very connected with their soul. So if you say that psychic, yeah, all the animals are psychic too.
Yeah,
they are even more than
humans.
Humans, yeah. My cat, he used to tell me the weather, for example.
Oh, that's interesting. Yeah. How?
Well, I don't ask him every day, but I ask him if I'm not sure. Usually you look at the weather forecast, tomorrow it's going to rain, but sometimes it probably doesn't. But sometimes when it's important, I remember there was once I need to go to a hiking in Hong Kong, and the weather forecast was raining. So I was really hesitating. I don't want to be hiking in the rain. I don't like hiking in the rain. So I'm like, oh, shall I go? Shall I not go? Because the weather forecast, you see, it says it's raining. And then my cat told me, it's going to rain, but not on the part where you're going.
Wow, so precise.
Yeah. So I went, and I can see, we can see the dark clouds. You can see the rain in other parts of the mountain, but not above us.
Your part.
Not my part. Yeah.
I think you may be also having the same feeling that a lot of us, we really want to learn something, but maybe what we really need to do is to unlearn something.
Mm-hmm.
But sometimes we learn because we use the word learning,
mm-hmm.
but some kind of learning is unlearning. The unlearning is also, one of, learning. So so see the animals, sometimes they do nothing, but that is a doing. Do nothing is also a doing. It's very difficult, when you feel like you don't want to do anything. Are you being comfortable when you're not doing anything?
Yeah.
Are you allowed? Do you have your permission? Are you feeling really okay with no guilty or no strange feeling?
Yeah.
Because we always want to do something and then to feel like we have the value or So but sometimes it's just like we need to get to the balance.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we when we need to do something, we give it all out. But when we need to rest, we can just rest, and then without any guilty or anything.
Yeah, animals are much better than us in this living in the now. They
living
really
in the present.
Yeah. We are always living either in the past or in the future.
Yes, always not in the now. So we need to remind us, and then that's why we're saying that animal can be our teacher. Can
Yes,
be teacher.
definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so at this point, I want to ask you a question. As an animal communicator and as a teacher, and is there any misconceptions about animal communication or animal communicator? I mean, for the public, and you can maybe just name a few, and then to let us know. Maybe a lot of people misunderstand something, or always like. Is there any part of that you can have some sharing with us?
Yeah, I think a very common misunderstanding is like you just asked me, do you have to be natural born talent? Do you have to have a special talent to do that?
Yeah.
That's a quite, even myself included, at the beginning, I didn't know. Actually, everybody can learn it. As long as you want to learn, you can learn it, because it's just we develop our inborn ability. It's nothing new. And then another misconcept in the market, a lot of people would say, "Oh, they are just the charlatans. They're just like they're telling you whatever. You know, it's they're all bad. They're not. They just want to cheat you your money." Well, just like in any profession, there's always someone that's not living up to
Professional.
standard.
Yeah.
Exactly. It's just like any profession. You can't say that all the animal communicators are just cheaters. That's just, if you don't believe in animal communication at all, then of course, if you don't believe this anyway, then you don't believe in anybody. But if you do believe that animals do communicate with us, then there are good people. There are good people, just like there are good doctors, there are bad doctors. Animal communication is, the thing is, it's not as, there's no standard level like if you get a doctor degree, you must go to the school for X amount of years and get this piece of certificate. Animal communication is a low entry level.
Yeah.
So anybody can just go take a 3-day course, and then they can come out and call themselves animal communicator. But then it depends on your experience. It depends on how much time you have practiced. As I mentioned earlier, I practiced for years before
Your spiritual pattern.
Yeah, before I felt
inner
I was
work.
exactly. Yeah. So you if you meet someone who just got I've seen those people in my real life, yeah, who just took a level 1 course, and then they stepped out, they already got their name card printed. So yeah, that's
already doing a business, right?
Yeah, exactly. Some people go to learn because they really love animals. Some people go to learn because that's an easy way for you to get a name card.
Easy money.
Easy money.
Yeah.
So it's very hard for as a consumer, as a pet owner, it's hard for you to know who is really good, who is not good. Even some people who are, I've seen him, he seems to be famous, but that's probably just because he's very good at marketing himself.
Marketing, yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's all about your inner integrity. So if you don't have it, you don't have it. And then if you find someone who doesn't have the inner integrity, then okay, I'm sorry, maybe you're unlucky.
Yeah. So that's one thing. And another common thing would be, some people will say, "Oh, I'm sure my dog will just tell me he wants to eat." Yeah.
They already got the answers.
Yeah, which is absolutely not true.
Mm-hmm.
So you're really underestimating or undervaluing your animals. You're putting them at such a low, level. I know they just want to play, go out and eat. That's all they want. No, not at all.
They're way more smarter than
They're way more smarter. Exactly. They're way more
intelligent.
Smarter. Yeah.
And anything else you want to share about the misconceptions? It's just like some people is saying like how you see I can ask anything with my animal, because I one of my friend tell me a story. It's very funny. I can share with you, YuYu. She's saying that, I got a cat or a dog. I forgot, just a pet. And then I'm leaving with my boyfriend together. And then when I'm going on business trip, and I asked the animal communicator to ask my dog if my boyfriend, his daddy, is bringing any other woman in the house. I think
like you better get a surveillance camera.
I think they can ask that question, but there is no can or cannot, of course. But as you and I, is animal communication really for that thing, or what does it really mean by animal communication? I just want you to share something about this.
Exactly. That's like, again, that's how you view it, how you use it. If you want to ask your dog if your boyfriend is cheating on you, that means, first of all, you don't trust your boyfriend. Second of all, you don't it's like you're using your animal as your spy. Like it's like you ask your child too. You ask your child, hey, when I'm out, did your daddy do this and that?
A lot of people do that.
Yeah, people do that. So it depends on what is your like standard, your moral standard. Do you feel that it's good to do that, to be spying on your loved ones? If you trust him, you don't need that. If you don't trust him, just get rid of him, find a new one.
So to you, what is animal communication when we need to communicate with animal? So what would be the reasons if you want to do that? You said we need can you give a few examples?
Okay, all right. So I'll reframe your question. Is like, what kind of questions you can ask an animal?
I mean, like, of course, I think you can ask any questions, but as a teacher or as an animal lover, I think these tools is really for something more meaningful. So I just want to promote that kind of mindset, or the message to the audience. Of course, in the end, they can make their own decision, but I just want to get your message or something, or your perspective.
Of course. I think it also depends on each individual. What does an animal mean to you? What does this animal mean to you? If this animal is a family member, or if this animal is just, my boyfriend gave me a little puppy as a birthday gift, and I don't actually want one. So that's very different. I can tell you, for example, most of the time people come to me because they have some kind of behavior issues.
Yes.
With the animal, like they used to be normal and suddenly they started to do this and this and this.
Yes.
And I don't understand what's wrong. So that's a very common reason they come to me. And
that's understandable.
Yeah. And then it's very, very common. It's usually something's happening in the human's life. It's something happened to humans' emotions or something. It's most of the cases, animal problem is human problem. Animals don't have a problem.
It's just like a parents and the child.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
And of course, we want to rule out the physical problem first. We need to make sure, you already checked with the vet why he's suddenly doing this. And a lot of times people would come to an animal communicator for just general, like, I just want to know what they want to tell me that I don't know.
Yeah.
And it's very, very, I can share with you a story that it's a recent client. I just had a Japanese client. It's a very touching story. She wants to know, just basically it's more general questions, like she adopted this dog 10 years ago. This dog is deaf. It's a rescued deaf dog, and she just wants to know in general what the dog wants to tell her. And so, and she also wanted me to tell the dog that she's very sorry, because she told me her life story, because 10 years ago when she first adopted this dog, very soon her husband found a girlfriend and kicked her out.
Oh my God.
So she was kicked out together with this dog, and she was she had no support. She has doesn't know what to do. So she had to work very, very hard, day and night in order to pay the debt. So she was leaving the dog alone at home for a long, long time. So of course, today she already found a new husband. Her life already changed back to a lot better. But she wants me to say sorry to the dog for those years that she was ignoring the dog, but she really had no choice. And the dog told her that, no, you don't have to say sorry. I totally understand, and I'm very grateful. I thank you for not letting me go, for not giving me up. And the woman was very surprised, because at that time, actually, her friend had already suggested to adopt that dog, because her friend could see that she wasn't doing well. She was really struggling, and she couldn't really take good care of the dog. So her friend said, let me adopt your dog, but she didn't give up. Yeah. She didn't give up the dog. So she was really surprised to hear that. And then the dog also continued to tell the owner that, you learned how to come back from the lowest time of your life, and you learned how to come back, and you never lost hope. I want you to remember, never lose hope. And you always believed in yourself and trusted yourself. And the dog said, I might not be with you for very much longer. But I want you to always remember that no matter what difficulties you have in life, you never lose hope, never give up.
Is the dog
the dog? No, it's a small. I think it's called Boston Terrier.
Terrier.
Boston Terrier.
Boston Terrier.
Yeah.
Wow, that's really touching, actually.
It's very, very touching. It's very touching, and that's
very powerful message.
Exactly.
And because I saw a question, some people watching today may have lost a beloved animal companion and may still miss them deeply. Could you share with us, after animal pass away, do their souls still stay connected with us? Have you ever received a soul message that truly moved you?
Yeah.
Because another audience also asking, how about for deceased pet? Can you still do animal communication? Is there a time limit?
No, there is no time limit. Animals are souls, just like us. Our soul never dies. We just change body. We just change vehicle. When we leave this world, it's only our physical body leaves, and our soul goes back and to do something else, to maybe reincarnate in a different body, maybe stay up there for a while. Animals are exactly the same. They just came and they chose a different body. They chose a body in the dog or body in a whatever animal that is. So after they left this body, just think about, you change clothes. Just think about, your clothes is too old. You don't want to wear it anymore. You can't wear it anymore. So you just throw it away. Just let's put it this way, simple. and your soul goes back there. And animal communication, when we communicate with passed away animals, we're talking to that soul.
Yeah.
So they are always there. They never expire. Souls don't expire.
No expire date.
No expire date. They will always be there. You can communicate with them, connect with them all the time. And all our animals, once they are up there, they are always with us. They are still connected with us, loving us, and they are watching us from up there. Even if they moved on to another body, you can still reach them because the soul, the spirit is still
the frequency still remain there.
Exactly. It's still there. So they will, when you communicate with my experience is when you communicate with an animal who has already moved on to another body, it's a little slower. The message just goes, I have to wait a little bit longer to receive the message. That's understandable because they're busy in that physical body. They got to do whatever they have to do.
Is there any possibility like the deceased animal or the deceased pet, like I don't have any message for the owner because I want them to move on, and then I feel like everything is so okay. So is there any case or any possibility that even for the deceased animal, you know there is no any messages left for the owner?
I don't have this occasion. No.
Experience, yeah.
The passed away animals, they always have something to say, even if they want the owner to move on. That is the message.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That is the message is please move on. And I finished what I'm supposed to do in that lifetime, and I want you to move on.
Okay.
And actually, I could say, if not 100%, at least 99% of the animals after they pass away, they want us to move on.
Of course.
No souls would want you to stay there. Oh, please stay, cry, continue to cry, and never get out. No.
And conditional love. Yeah.
No,
love is
they all want us to move on because they want us to understand that whatever they come here for, whatever reason, they have already accomplished their mission. And
I think whatever messages they are leaving for their owner, is because they want you to move on, or they want you to understand maybe your life purpose, understand what you need to learn to go through, because they already know, and then they know much better than us.
Yeah. They often they will tell you, they will tell the owner the purpose why they came to this life and what they were supposed to be teaching them, and most of the time they have completed their mission, but it takes human maybe more time, longer time to realize. For example, in my case, when Dasha passed away, she finished her job, but it took me a while. I'm searching and looking for teachers and healers. So it took me a while to realize, oh, this is my life path. And then, but she already she completed her mission. And then
she did her part.
She did her part. So the rest will be my job to find my way. I see quite often that humans don't understand. Very often humans don't understand. And sometimes if there are occasions when it is the job of this human to find out on her own, then that animal will not tell me. If it's not meant to be for the person to know at that time, she's not ready to know.
Yes. Yes.
She's not ready to know the purpose or the mission.
Everything in the divine timing.
Exactly. If she's not ready to know, then even if I communicate with that animal, I will not get that information.
Yeah. So there is, I think, a lot of things I still want to ask you, and then a lot of things to share. But I think our time is limited. And so before we close today's section, I would love to share a little surprise with everyone. Earlier, before the live, I invited a friend to send us a photo of her beloved animal companion. You have already received it, and now we would like to offer a short animal communication demonstration so you can get a sense of what this collection actually feels like, even without being physically present. So my friend is already at the backstage. I'll get her in, and her name is Joyce.
Okay.
And previously I just sent over you a few pictures of this lovely dog's picture. And the question of Joyce is very simple. It's like she wants to know how's the dog is doing now. Is she okay? And then what things you want to let Joyce know, to let mommy knows. And hello, Joyce. So that the floor is yours.
Hello.
Hello. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Hello. So, Joyce, this dog is this your dog?
Yes.
It's your dog. Okay. What's the dog's name?
Boy.
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 Yes.
Boy. How old is he?
貝殼嘅貝。
Ah, okay.
Yes. 係啊。
幾多歲啊？
12.
Okay. All right.
12.
So you've had him for all the 12 years?
你係咪12年都係你同呢隻狗仔一齊嘅？同貝貝一齊？係。
Okay. All right. So you just want to know how he is doing and what he wants to say to you, right?
佢係女仔係咪啊？
係啊，女仔。
係，你係淨係想知道佢而家，你不如你將你問題同阿YuYu講啊，你想問啲咩？
我係想知道佢而家有啲乜嘢，佢好想同我講。因為佢突然之間佢走咗，即係離開咗 pass away 咗啦。
Okay. So she's already passed away.
Yes.
Since how long?
幾耐
？5、6、7、3個月 3 months。
3個月前。
4月。
Okay, I see. That's why. Okay. Now I didn't know. Because I didn't get the information that this dog is already passed away. And before you even asked my question, I already got the message from her saying, stop crying.
佢話因為其實我之前冇同YuYu講所有背景資料嘅，咁啱阿 Joyce 講話隻狗仔係已經走咗啦，離開咗啦，過咗身。咁佢話睇佢問你呢啲問題之前咧，其實佢睇幅相咧，佢已經 get 到有個信息咧，就係貝貝不停講話唔好喊咁樣咯。
Okay.
Yeah. Now I understand why.
咁佢而家知道明白點解佢會咁講啦，係。
Yeah. So you said that she suddenly passed away. What do you mean suddenly? Like
你話佢突然之間過咗身，即係你咩意思啊？突然之間係
晏晝都仲同佢出街玩。同佢食埋飯返屋企，佢冇耐就自己抽筋走咗啦。
Okay.
So you understood, YuYu? Do you need translation?
No, I don't. Okay. But does your audience maybe need a translation?
Okay, yeah.
Okay. She's telling me that when she, when she was with you that day, in the afternoon, she saw the angels. She saw the angels to come pick her up and telling her, let's go home. And she just left. And at that time, she didn't know. At that time, she didn't really understand what's going on. And then after she's now up there, and now she understood that at that time she actually left. And it was a planned ending like that, because it was his time, because she doesn't want you to suffer the long, like if she's sick, if she's sick and then you have to worry, you have to take care of her. She wants to have this. For her, this is a perfect way, because you have the best memory of her. You don't have her. You don't have to watch her becoming sick and becoming weak, and it's too sad for you to see. She wants you to remember the best of her.
Joyce 於佢話佢走嗰個下晝咧，咁佢其實係見到天使嚟接佢走，同佢講話我哋而家離開啦。咁佢就跟咗個天使走，但係佢話佢嗰陣時咧，其實佢唔知佢咁樣走，即係代表佢要離開你，或者佢係過身嘅，係。咁直至到佢真係我哋所謂上翻去，你話天堂又好，彩虹橋又好啦，即係咩名稱都好啦，即係翻翻去上邊啦咁樣，咁佢就先知道佢真係已經叫做過咗身啦，係離開咗你啦。咁佢話其實佢知道咁樣嘅離開咧係一個最完美嘅方式，因為佢唔想你見到佢病啦，見到佢身體變差啦，跟住或者你要一路照顧佢啦，咁佢咁樣咁快咁樣走，其實佢會覺得對第一呢個係一個計劃啦，喺計劃之中啦。第二就係佢希望你記住都係開心嘅一面，唔想俾你見到佢一路慢慢變弱，跟住之後就死亡咁樣離開咁樣咯，係。
咁佢有冇嘢？咁佢而家覺得開心就 OK 啦。
She's saying that also this is a test for you to how you handle sudden events, like how you how do I say
突發事件。
Yeah, it's like how you react to sudden events, and that's an experience for you to learn to adapt to other things in life too.
佢話其實佢呢一個咁樣嘅方式離開，都係希望你可以去學習點樣應對呢啲可能好突發嘅事情。咁可能對於你將來如果有機會要面對相似嘅情況，你會即係你會識得點樣去處理咯。
And one more thing. She's also saying that you need to learn to make decision for yourself, because you tend to rely on other people. You tend to rely on your family member or other people to give you instructions and opinions, to tell you what to do, but you gotta actually learn how to make your own decisions and what you really want, what you really like, not depending on other people. That's very important.
佢話仲有一樣好重要嘅嘢，貝貝想同你講，佢話你需要一樣嘢，好需要去學習，就係學習點樣為自己做決定。因為貝貝話佢覺得你其實好多時都會係問人哋嘅意見啊，即係屋企人又好，朋友又好，或者其他人也好，你會依賴咗其他人，而唔係為自己做決定咯。你需要學習，你要知道其實係你係想要啲乜嘢啦。你自己想要啲咩？你自己想做啲乜嘢，而唔係永遠都好似唔要去問其他人咁樣咯，係呢個好重要嘅一個信息。佢話貝貝想話俾你知。你覺得
？OK 啊，OK，只要佢而家覺得 佢而家係過得好開心。佢見唔見到哥哥，你叫佢一定要跟住哥哥一齊去玩，唔使掛住我，好 OK 啊。
What does the brother look like? What kind of?
哥哥係咩樣嘅？咩狗仔嚟㗎？係
啲垃圾，一隻灰白色嘅屎垃圾。
Okay. Smaller than him, right?
Small.
Okay. She's saying that yes, she saw, but they're not always together because the brother has other things to do too. Because they are up there, they are both they both have their own things to get to be busy. They're not all the time together.
佢見到哥哥，但係唔係成日一齊，因為佢哋大家都有唔同嘅嘢做咁樣咯。
哦，OK，咁啊，我就 OK 啦，我就放心啦。Thank you.
And she wants you to she really wants you to be strong. She wants you to put yourself first in anything in your life, not putting other people. I feel like she's telling me that you have a tendency to put other people's needs in front of you and put yourself at the back.
佢話佢好想話俾你聽，佢會覺得你可能人生入邊好多時你都係會將其他人擺先咯，跟住就自己喺後邊。咁佢好希望你可以即係將你自己擺翻喺首要嗰個位置，唔好成日可能都係每一次咁樣，你都係諗咗其他人先，而完全冇諗你自己咁樣咯，係。
我會學習下㗎啦。
咁你仲有冇啲咩問題？你覺得點啊？O 唔 OK 啊？係啊。
OK， 我唔敢問佢咁多嘢，我驚佢唔捨得走啊。
Do you think that is a misconception about the people thinking like
No. It doesn't affect souls. They are gone. They're gone. They are busy up there, but they're still watching us. They're still really hoping the best for us. But it's not going to affect them. If you're asking questions, they're fine. Yeah.
呢個都係一個好大嘅誤解，咁我覺得都好好啦，可以Joyce 提出嚟咧，咁我哋可以同其他觀眾分享。唔會因為你問問題啊，或者做啲咩會影響佢哋唔捨得走啊，佢哋已經係喺上邊啦，佢哋會做佢哋嘅嘢，亦都唔會因為即係你問佢哋問題或者你 collect 佢哋，跟住而影響到佢哋。反而佢哋都想，如果你同佢哋溝通，會通過呢啲信息，會希望你更加好啊。譬如話會俾啲提醒你啊，或者去睇到一啲嘢，可能你需要去學習，但係你都冇未 aware 到，或者係冇學習到。咁好似頭先貝貝咁樣，阿YuYu講就係話你會唔會成日都唔會為自己做決定啊？你成日都唔擺自己行先啊？成日都會擺其他人行先，或者成日都會依賴其他人咁。呢一樣嘢其實係一個好重要嘅信息，佢想俾你知道。因為如果你學習咗或者你知道咗，其實係會令到自己嘅人生更加好、更加快樂、更加圓滿咯。係呢個亦都係小動物好希望我哋可以快樂咯。佢哋對我哋嘅愛係真係無條件嘅，係啊，
冇錯，呢句係啱嘅。我暫時都冇乜問題啦。多謝晒你 ，thank you YuYu。
Okay, thank you.
So why I have invited her? Because I really feel that she needs that. She really needs that. That's why I just suggest that. And then I think maybe a lot of people out there also needs that kind of message. So before we wrap up the live, maybe YuYu, can you give the audience or give the people who are watching the live now, just by your intuition or something, and then you can have some words to us.
I think I just want to make everyone understand that your animals, they understand way more than you imagine, and they know everything that you're doing, everything that you're saying. So be conscious and be aware of your own your own status, your own emotional status, because it does affect them.
I think they're more than pets.
Yeah, I don't like to use the word pet. I try to, even in my writing and stuff, I try to use animal companions more than the word pet, because they are our companions. For me, they are family
members. Yes,
they're not a belonging.
Yeah. Even some people say, "Oh, don't say that. They're just a dog. They're our pet." But I don't think that they're just a pet. They're more than pets. Way more than pets. Yeah. And thank you, Park Ho Super Sticker. And then she said, "Fairy, this topic is really good for animals lover. Thank you. Thanks to you."
Thank you.
Yeah. And so how's everyone feeling today or tonight? If you have questions about animal communication, if you would like your pet to be part of your furry companion, to be part of your to be part of a future demo, feel free to leave a comment below. We might select a few of upcoming episodes. So it's such a joy having you with us tonight or today. I hope this episode brought you some quiet, some understanding, and a little warmth for your soul. So if you would like to learn more about YuYu's work, and if you're interested in booking a personal animal communication section with her, I'll add her website and contact details in the description box below. So we will think about, there's still a lot of things we didn't touch in this live, because I've set a set of questions, with just 2 questions of 3 questions we have been touched so far, so that we look forward to have YuYu to be my guest again, and we will plan another time for the next episode. So don't forget to like and subscribe, and we will see you all next time. Thank you, YuYu. Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone.
Bye.
And someone is saying so emotional now. Okay, thanks. Bye.
Bye-bye.